listening to the No Grow Scale podcast. I have a very special guest with me today, and especially special given that we are in August now, and there's a big event coming up in September that we're going to talk about. So Usman Zahoor, thank you so much for being on the podcast. You're with Rev.io, relatively newly-ish with Rev.io, but long-standing history in the industry. If you don't mind, just do a quick little intro. Tell us about you and kind of your journey with Rev.io so far since you've been there, as we get into asking some tougher questions to you.
Yeah, for sure. Well, first of all, thank you for having me, Laura. Very excited to be here. You know, it's funny. I was just joking, I think this week with someone about how this year is just absolutely flown by. I started with Rev at the end of last year in December, which literally seems like it was yesterday. So I very much feel like I'm still relatively new, but
you're already really deeply entrenched. I mean, every time I see you at the booth and passing by, whenever you're at events, you're talking to somebody, engaging with someone. So you can tell you are a great fit there.
Yeah, no. I mean, I think the reason for that is that the mission hasn't changed, you know, sort of the things that I've been focusing on over the past couple of years have sort of remained the same here at Rev.io as well, right? It's always been for me about helping our clients, helping managed service providers in particular with their operational challenges, with their sales and marketing challenges, with their business challenges. In my current role at Rev, you know, I focus a lot on our strategic partnerships and what our ecosystem looks like, because we're trying to not just be another vendor for MSPs, right? We're trying not to be another platform. That is obviously the main thing, and we're so excited about this new platform that's about to come out. But really at Rev, we know that we grow when our clients grow. So how can we bring in strategic partnerships? How can we bring in the right resources? You know, organizations like the business growers that we can partner with and really kind of go to market jointly and you know, build up this ecosystem that's designed to help our clients scale their business
around. Yeah, well, we love being a partner for you guys and excited to support the event next week. So let's talk specifically about the client summit first.
Yes.
We know that we will be working together in a workshop, a marketing and sales workshop. Really excited about that. But as a whole, the event coming up, it's in Atlanta, typically every September, the Rev.io Client Summit. What do you feel like makes this event unique for MSPs in the telecom space in general?
Yeah, no, that's a great question. I think, first of all, I think this is going to be the biggest and best summit we've ever had. You know, we're putting a lot of effort into the planning and, you know, having the right sessions and having a lot of information on the product and having the right speakers, you know, really providing as much value to our clients as possible and to our partners as well. I think what sort of sets this particular event apart from the rest is the big news that I'm sure a lot of people have already seen about our new PSA platform that is currently in beta, and the general release is scheduled for September, just before the summit. So, you know, this is the first time that Rev.io is bringing a brand new product to market that we've been sort of developing over the past couple of years, using a lot of AI functionality there, and really kind of combining our core competencies in, you know, professional services automation, billing, and payments all under one place. We've been using the term sort of where it all comes together to refer to the platform. And I think for the summit as well, that kind of applies. It's going to be where it all comes together. There's going to be a lot of information on the product, on our roadmap, information about, you know, what we've been working on and what we are going to be working on for the rest of the year, what our partner ecosystem is going to look like by the end of the year. And, you know, great sessions like the one that I'm super excited about with you and Sam on sales and marketing.
Hopefully the best attended session.
That's right. I think it will be. I think it will be, you know. So yeah, we're really excited about the summit. I think the timing along with the release of the product lines up really well. We're excited to share that with everyone that's going to be attending.
Awesome. Well, I know that it'll be an amazing event, very high energy always. And I love the event. So what do you feel like? I know that we're going to have a really great sales and marketing session, very tactical workshop type session. From a content standpoint, what are some big themes that you're seeing in terms of the agenda as you planned it out? What can people look forward to sitting in content wise?
I think the big theme this year is convergence. You know, it's kind of what we've been talking about all year round. The PSA platform is really designed around this trend that we've been noticing really for the past couple of years, you know, with managed service providers getting into the communication space, with communications providers getting into the managed service space. with integrators also trying to sort of evolve their business to the next level. So it's really about, again, going back to where it all comes together, where an MSP can now seamlessly invoice for telecom services without having to worry about usage billing, taxation, where the telecom folks can sort of manage their projects, manage their ticketing, manage their inventory all in one place, where the field techs, the integrators can manage their scheduling and dispatch all in one place. So really it's, the big theme this year is about convergence. How can these different verticals that we've been servicing for the past 20 plus years, we're seeing it all kind of come together, and how can they leverage the platform and the ecosystem now to sort of really take advantage of that trend that we're seeing. So a lot of the sessions, again, will be around the product, because I think that's probably the thing that most people are curious about. What the heck have we been working on for the past couple of years? But then again, we'll have a lot of great sessions around business, best practices, really how to scale your sales and marketing. And we'll have some, panels with some clients as well that are sharing best practices. So the goal is going to be to have it be informational, educational, and giving everybody something actionable to walk away with.
Awesome. I love that. So let's talk a little bit about growth opportunities in general. So not necessarily show specific, but you've worked, Rev.io works with telecom, MSP, both of which are all, pretty much everyone who's a customer of yours, they're expanding in product set, they're expanding in services. We see a lot of traditional telecom companies kind of moving into the MSP space, right, adding connectivity. We know and love our AT&T partner. So what do you feel like is the biggest growth opportunity right now from a managed services standpoint for MSPs that are either moving toward becoming an MSP or established MSPs?
Yeah, that's a great question. I think, again, I'll sort of reference what I just talked about as far as convergence goes. What we are seeing, we've got hundreds of clients, and we've got data on all these clients, and we can see trends on what the clients that are growing quickly and what they're doing, the clients that are maybe not growing as quickly. And so I think what we're noticing is these clients that are really diving headfirst into this convergence trend, and the telecom clients that are like, hey, we gotta offer cybersecurity services, we gotta offer network services. We're already touching the network with voice over IP. Why don't we take that a step further and offer additional services to our clients, keep those clients sticky, increase our contract value, make it easy for that client as well to have a single sort of vendor to work with. And then on the clients that are on the managed services side, they've always thought of telecom as a profitable revenue stream, but they've always been sort of turned off by the complexity around billing and compliance. And the PSA is really designed to address some of those challenges as well. So what we're seeing is the clients that are like, heck yes, we're going to take this convergence. We're seeing this obvious trend in the market. We're going to run with it. We're going to evolve our business to provide as many services to the end customer as possible, are growing a lot faster than the ones that are like, yeah, we're just going to kind of stick with what we've always been good at. Everything is getting so commoditized, and you got to find a way to stand out.
Differentiator. Yep.
Exactly.
We're going to talk about that on our session. So let's talk about that for a second.
Well, we can't give away too much, right?
Well, we know that session, the focus of it is going to be standing out. I've made this comment at several events, making sure that you don't have just your trusted IT advisor. We need really, specifics on how you help solve your clients' problems as an MSP. So packaging, standing out, differentiation, building authority. Why are these topics so critical right now? And I know you're kind of saying they're critical because that's a big part of differentiation. But what do you feel like? Why do you feel like what we're going to talk about specifically in that session is going to be such an impactful, piece of content for them to take away?
Yeah, I mean, again, I think, everything is just so commoditized these days. You can get your telecom services from like 20 different vendors, and you get your cybersecurity service, and you go directly to these vendors. And from a managed service provider point of view, because more and more end customers are using things like AI and doing a lot of research, longer sales cycles these days, it's like, well, how do you actually package your services, provide valuable case studies, and differentiate your services so you're not just seen as another vendor that's offering the same thing, right? How do you actually put these together in a way that it makes sense for the end customer, but it also makes sense for your business, and having these additional services that you can add on that's not going to be a whole lot of lift, but provide a lot of value. So I think that's really the key thing, because everything is so commoditized, you got to stand out. Otherwise, you're just going to be one of the many options that people have these days.
Right.
So that's why I'm really looking forward to the session and hearing from you on what you're seeing and, what your recommendations are as well to our folks.
It's going to be awesome. So let's talk about your ecosystem and tools now. You guys are clearly listening to what your customers need and adapting based on that. I think that's a big part of what all of us have to do in this industry, for sure, in all industries, but really particularly this one. So how do you see your ecosystem and the tools that you have helping companies respond to all the industry changes MSPs have had to make, especially as things are kind of shifting toward more AI driven, focused software tools, there's so many distractions that that I think we get squirrels to chase. But how do you feel like Rev.io as a company and the product or products, how do you feel like that's, helping you guys respond, and speak to that a little bit?
Yeah. Again, I think it all comes down to helping solve operational complexity, right? Yeah. It's with these different business lines, with these different service types. It's hard for folks that are not using the right platform to really scale and grow without those bottlenecks that they typically run into. Right. I think you and I have both seen in this space where MSP will try to use their books to do their telecom invoicing, or they'll try to use their PSA that's not really designed to do that. And then, they'll get in trouble with the FCC or a local association. I was like, oh crap, now we got to go back and figure that out. Whereas, with us, we're really trying to build this platform in a way that from the get-go, you've got all the tools you need to be able to offer multiple services, to be able to scale those services without running into those roadblocks. Again, platform aside, the ecosystem, I like that term because it's all about like the partners as well, right? Like the various tax partners that we work with, the various integration partners that we work with, right? How can we all collectively sort of provide this seamless experience for our clients that's gives them that single pane of glass that they've been sort of missing for so long.
That's the goal. We're all working toward the same goal. We want to make things easier, not harder, right?
That's right. Exactly.
I love it. Well, let's back to the summit. If somebody's coming for the first time, they've never been, whether they're a user or prospect of the Rev.io platform, what's one thing that they should make sure they do while they're there?
That's a great question. I think connecting with the community.
What is it, Johnny's, the bar in Atlanta? I know that's a really popular.
There's a couple places. Yeah, I think just taking this as an opportunity to connect with the community. With Rev.io, this is like, for us, it's so nice having all our clients and prospects in one place. We live in this sort of remote first world, and anytime I get an opportunity that's why I guess I travel so much with these different shows, because I just love connecting with people in person and hearing those struggles and getting that feedback that, sometimes I feel like people are a little guarded online, but when you get them in person, that you've got that opportunity to really provide that feedback right away. So for someone who's new, whether you're a client or a prospect or a partner, I think taking this as a chance to connect with the Rev.io staff and giving us your feedback on the product, on the company, I think that's one thing that I'd love everyone to provide. And the other thing I think is, again, we are putting a lot of thought into the content for the show here. So like the sessions, the speakers, again, having folks like you. So really attending those sessions and taking some of that actionable feedback and actually implementing it within your business, rather than just, it be another session that you attend and, don't really get
everything goes right out the door. Yeah,
exactly.
So just to kind of wrap up, where would people go if there's still time to register, right?
There is. Yes.
Where would people go to register and make sure they get what they need to be able to attend this year?
Yeah, good question. Yeah, registrations are still open. I think we've got some promos running right now. You can go to our website, rev.io, and it'll take you to the summit page. There's a little banner at the top. You can also go to clientsummit.rev.io as well. That'll take you directly to the summit page. You'll find all the information, the logistics, the hotel links, the registration form, all that information that you need to get set up is on that page. And if you look at our social media, we've been talking about
everywhere. Yeah, and I've posted a few times too, so I'll make sure in the show notes here we put that link to get the as well.
Perfect.
Usman, thank you so much. It's been a pleasure as always, and really excited about being there live and in person, being on stage with you, talking about how MSPs can grow. It's going to be an incredible event. Thanks for allowing us to be a part.
Thank you, Laura. I'm really looking forward to having you there. I'm looking forward to seeing everyone there as well.
Thanks so much.